everybody doing? Well, my name, put on my headphones. My name is Kima Murray, and I am the project director of Stripes, Veterans Upper Bound, and we are based out of University of Central Oklahoma, located in wonderful Edmond, Oklahoma. So I want to thank everybody who is tuning into this live. I will tell you that it will be on our prospective uh, web pages, such as if you do a search for Stripes VUB at Facebook, you will come up to our page. This will be there, as well as our YouTube page. If you do a search for Stripes VUB, on YouTube. We will also be there. Also, and I'll put it on the ticker on the bottom of the screen here. If you have any questions about what I'm going to discuss, uh, there's our telephone number as well as our email address. So you will have the lines of communication open anytime you so choose. But first, let me go ahead and explain exactly what we're doing here. This is, of course, a live that is going to be focusing on many different subjects when it comes to getting ready to go into post-secondary education. Now, when I say post-secondary education, I mean uh, any kind of technical school, any kind of 2-year college, 4-year college, a tech school, or any certification program that is qualified as post-secondary education. One of the things that Trio, well, we are part of the Trio program, but Stripes VUB is actually here to do is to help military members who have been out of school for a little bit, or uh, are just out of the military and want to pursue uh, a college education. Well, we're here to get you there. We are a pre-college preparation course. We are here to get you ready to be a success in college. But what is VUB? For those of you who don't know who we are, let me give you a little bit of a snap education. Well, we here at Stripes Trio VUB, we are part of the Trio umbrella, which are a number of grants that are sponsored by the Department of Education. Now, of course, all y'all military members, including myself, I'm ex-Navy, understands uh, acronyms. Okay, acronyms are fun, and Stripes is no different. The letters in Stripes stand for Student Transition Readiness Integration Program for Educational Support. I'll say that again. Stripes stands for Student Transition Readiness Integration Program for Educational Support. And of course, VUB stands for Veterans Upward Bound. And these are on your screen um, a few of the services we provide: benefit application assistance, school selection comparison, academic program research, financial aid assistance. We don't give the financial aid, we'll actually help you find it. Let me make that clear. Admissions assistance. How many times have you went to a college or a university or even a tech school that it has been very hard for you to navigate through all the paperwork, the procedure, anything like that? Well, we're here to help. We also will help you with your transcripts because most colleges need them if you've ever been to school before. Also, we'll help you with financial literacy. We'll help tell the difference between a scholarship, a grant, and a loan, and hopefully how that will affect you in um, in your pocketbook, in your budget, when it comes to financing your educational needs. So, with that said, that's kind of what we're here at Stripes VUB to actually do. But once again, if you do have any questions, put it in the chat, or as the ticker on the bottom of my screen goes, you can call us at that number. That number is 415-974-3967, or triovub@uco.edu. Send us an email and we'll get your questions answered. Uh, College right now is one of those things that can be uh, a daunting action. Okay, especially for someone who was a career soldier or in the military for a number of years. A lot has changed in the educational environment. So, what we're going to be doing every Thursday at 6 o'clock on either our YouTube channel or our Facebook channel is that we are going to be talking about some of these subjects so that we can make this a little bit easier to understand. Also, we will be um, we'll also be giving announcements on certain things in our organization that may be going on. And also, if you do email us or call us, we can give you the um, opportunity to join this wonderful program. It's free. It is no cost to the military member. Okay. Plus, we have a lot of different benefits with being part of VUB. But we'll get to that later. Right now, um, there are probably some questions you may want to ask yourself when it comes to why should I even go to college? Well, I'm glad you asked, because there are a lot of people that really think that maybe, going to college isn't the right way to go. Now, I'm not here to sell you on college. That is for your own understanding. But I am here to give you a couple of options that may give you valuable insight into making your own personal decision if you want to go to college or not. I was doing a little bit of research on that question. And I come to find this particular site. And this is a college article that was written uh, probably about 2 years ago, but it's still relevant today. I'm not going to go through it, but it does give you an idea of why college is important and what college can do for you when it comes to a lot of different aspects of your life, such as the potential to earn more money. Now, I'm sorry, who doesn't want more money? Uh, there are jobs out there to where you cannot advance until you get some kind of education under your belt. And this was from the Bureau of Labor Statistics about 2 years ago, but it's still relevant today. This is the median annual earnings for educational attainment. These are the rates of pay per year that you get in retrospect of the degree that you have. Look down here with anybody that does not have a high school diploma. $27,000. This is median. That means it is at the middle of the road. Okay. So you have $27,000 roughly of anybody who does not even have a high school diploma. Now, for everybody who does have a high school diploma, the median earnings is $37,000 and some change. But look up here with just a simple bachelor's. You have almost $60,000 as a median earning potential, just with a bachelor's degree. And one of the things, and I'll keep referring back to my program, Veterans Upper Bound is part of the TRIO program of grants, which we focus on first generation, low income, and academically risk students. That means that you can have an equal opportunity when it comes to education. I will say this because one of the things that really kind of fascinate me is uh, some of the objections that I get whenever I talk to people that if they want to go to college or not. And it amazes me that the only thing that some people will tell me is because they're too old. Well, I can tell you from experience, age does not matter when it comes to doing something you like. If you like to learn new things, or you like to actually have an opportunity to advance in your current job, meaning that you may take your skills and do anything from either advancing in your job that you have now or to actually make your own business and be in control of your own destiny. So there are a lot of reasons to go back to college, but that was just one. When we look at the other ones, it is just as exciting in my view, such as number two, which is increased job qualifications for any job you may choose. Do you know an employer will probably look at you a little bit harder if you have a college degree? Now it says here that 32% of the jobs in the US requires at least an associate's degree. I've always been told that the degree gets you the interview. Okay. So if you have a degree of some kind, it'll get you in the door. Now, what you do with that opportunity is up to you. Number three is greater job security. Now, I like that one because personally, at my last place of business, if you didn't have a degree, there was no guarantee that you would stay at your current job because there was nothing that sets you apart from somebody else except if you had more education or more training or more experience. So, from that point, you can see from this graph here, the unemployment rate, and this is in percentage, with anyone, let's say with a master's degree, is only 2.5%. Comparative to someone with a professional degree, that's past a doctoral, you know, that's at 1.5%. But look at all the percentage of someone without a high school diploma. It's 6.5. It's very high. Because if you don't have anything that differentiates you from the next guy, then you're going to be looked at when it comes to cuts or when it comes to promotions. The more education you have and the more experience you have, the more opportunities will arise. That's just the realism of the employment landscape. So, number four, you get better living situations, which, if you have a bachelor's degree, you have a better living than, well, I would say that your percentage of your share is actually smaller, but you get more of it. And as a high school graduate, there's a whole lot of people that's trying to get the same things you are. So you have a lot more, I would say, more competitiveness when it comes to getting the same things that you want. But with a bachelor's degree, there's less competition. So there's more of an opportunity for you to get what you want. And that's what you're looking for. Then, number five, you get access to better jobs, to career track jobs. Now, I'm sure that you guys have probably heard the difference between a gig job and a career. Okay. Without a college education, A gig job will only get you so far, but with a college education, then you can go farther up the ladder. It's one of those things that is very exciting when it comes to um, what your future can hold. You can actually get your future, and we here at Veterans Upper Bound want to start that journey with you. We want to make sure that you are ready to jump into that massive environment that is college. Okay, that is school. And I can kind of relate to a few of you because I wasn't really that excited to go back to school. Who is? Okay, school presented a lot of challenges to people. But I will say with a degree of certainty that going to school was probably the best thing that I have ever done in my life because it has enabled me to shape my future the way I want it. And I have the qualifications to go anywhere that I would need to go. And that's exactly what this article was basically uh, attracting me for. But this was interesting in itself, a larger professional network. Okay, so how many people have actually heard that networking is the best form of job hunting that you could ever do? I've heard of it too, because the more people you meet, the more opportunities will come as you are advancing into your scholastic career. And guess where you meet most of these people? At school. Okay. You establish these relationships in college, in your tech classes, in your certificated classes. In that environment, you meet people, you get everybody's contact information. And guess what? If one of them happens to have an opportunity for you, then you will basically be the person that they would call because they know you from school. That is why networking is very important. And with college, you have access to a larger professional network than if you was outside of college. Okay. And one of the things, and I will be mentioning it um, throughout these uh, these lives, is that Veterans Upper Bound, one of the things that we want to do is get you ready for these networks. We are pre-college. We are a pre-college preparation entity. We are going to make sure that you are dressed for success, as we actually said, that you will be ready to tackle anything that may come through in college. And we'll make sure that you get the stability as well as the help to get through your college journey. And we do it in a variety of different ways, but that'll probably be another podcast. So, to continue, you can actually be a positive influence on everyone from your children to young people your children's age. You may not even have children, but I know you have young people that are looking at you and that are basically saying, well, if he's not going to college or she's not going to college, then why should I? Conversely, you could also be influencing that person to pursue their dreams and to pursue that college education so they can actually go into their dreams. And you can be a direct influence at that. So that is all 8 reasons why college is important and why you should really, really uh, take a good hard look at your um, at your future, basically. And we here at Veterans Upper Bound will help you get there. So, one of the things that we do on this cast is, uh, if we have questions, you can actually put them on the chat, or you can send it through email, or we do stress that you make a comment. Tell us what we're doing well and what we're doing wrong, basically. It's been a long time since, people have done things like this. But once again, every Thursday at 6 o'clock, we will be doing these lives so that we can basically give you the opportunity not only to know who we are, but maybe we can get to know who you are. And hopefully, if you do need help on your scholastic journey, you can take our opportunity to enroll in our program, and we will help you get there through our preparation practices. I mean, we are a program that is funded by the Department of Education. It is of no cost to the veteran, and we have a lot of resources as well as experience to help you get where you need to be when it comes to enrolling in post-secondary education. So, um, normally at this time, I would normally go ahead and say, well, are there any questions? And if you do, you can roll them into the chat. But since this is uh, an introductory live, this is just to let you know who we are and where we will be. If you are part of our Facebook page, drop us a comment and stay tuned for our newsletter, and it'll tell you exactly what we're doing at that particular time. If you don't have access to our newsletter, on the ticker at the bottom of this screen, there is our email address. Go ahead, send us an email, and we'll make sure that you get that newsletter. There's going to be a lot of things happening in the month of November, such as we're going to be hosting a person-to-person webinar or seminar so that we can meet face to face and talk about issues with college, or why, if you have any questions about post-secondary education. Also, later in the month of November, we're going to have what is called Discovery Saturday. And that's where everything from admissions to a general overview of educational benefits, answering questions on schools, a lot of things are going to be covered. And guess what? There's going to be food. We're going to be feeding you. We're going to have you in a relaxed environment. So I want everybody to stay tuned. And if you have any questions, head on over to our YouTube page, which is Stripes VUB, and leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment, so that whenever we have these lives, you'll have a notification on your phone or tablet or computer, so that you will not be able to miss this valuable piece of information. And if you go to our Facebook page, once again, that is Stripes VUB. Just do a search for us and we'll pop up. You'll probably see my crazy looking mug. No, just kidding. And drop a comment or send us a message there. And if you like the page, then every time that we have one of these lives or something, I may drop a video if I find out some news about benefits or a college or anything of that nature. But when we transmit, you'll get a notification and you'll be able to pop right on and see what in the world I'm talking about. So if there is nothing tonight, I do thank you for uh, being live on these platforms here tonight. And if you happen to watch the recording of each of these, feel free to let us know if we can help you in any way. So with that, I will bid everyone a good night and see you next Thursday. This is Kima Murray signing off. Good night.